highlight a trend that is popular in Japan, but not necessarily talked about outside on the kind of global scale, where you apply moisturizer or like emulsion as the first step after cleansing. Booster type products like the Riedel shot really took the globe by storm. Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I wanted to talk about the first step emulsion trend that is currently popular in Japan. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください. So I believe I mentioned this for the first time towards the end of last year, where I had seen Japanese influencers talk about this thing called senkou nyueki, where you apply moisturizer or like emulsion as the first step after cleansing. While I was in Japan, I also noticed in some beauty stores that they sold products that were catered to this specific step. And honestly, it just got me curious, like the whole concept of applying an emulsion or moisturizer first before even your toner. So I did some research and tried it myself to see what it is all about. So what is senkou nyueki? So if we break down the word itself, senkou means going first or leading, proceeding, and then nyueki means emulsion, a lightweight moisturizer. So basically it just talks about the concept of applying a lightweight moisturizer as the first step after cleansing before your toner and other following skincare steps. It essentially acts as a booster step, so similar to your kbeauty First essences or even Riedel shots, but using a formula that contains an oil component. So I want to talk a little bit about the history of this concept, since it wasn't anything that I had heard before, even though I've been in the jbeauty realm of things for like 15 to 20 years now. I honestly thought it was a brand new trend, but apparently it was first introduced in the 90s by a brand called Hardin. They came up with the whole concept of applying emulsion first and actually still stick by that concept now. All of the emulsions are said to be used first step after cleansing. But all in all, it wasn't really a trend per se. It was just like the concept that this brand decided to stick by. Fast forward a fair bit, about 15 years, in 2015, the concept of boosters became a lot more popular. Applying something before your toner to build a better foundation for your skin. Around that time, a lot more jbeauty products came out with those kind of trigger words like donyu, dodai, and senkou, which all basically relate to that first step booster product. It was around the time the Safina IP base care serum came out, and I believe that was like when I was living in Japan, so I remember seeing it absolutely everywhere. I did try it myself and wasn't too impressed, but that was kind of when the true kind of booster trend started. Then we hit 2020, which is of course around when COVID happened. I think a lot of people started to revise and look deeper into their self-care routines, as we had a lot more time on our hands for most people. And then also a lot of people suffered from a really damaged skin barrier due to having to wear masks and things like that all of the time. Skin barrier supporting ingredients like ceramides became a lot more common in skincare in general. And then in Japan, Kanebo released a series called On Skin, which included a first step emulsion, which was apparently like a big hit, like the whole series in general. So helped to further that first step emulsion trend. And then by 2023, booster type products like the Riedel shot really took the globe by storm. A lot more people started noticing that booster step, and it led into the popularity of the trend in recent times. And in Japan specifically, jbeauty, a big player, like one of the most popular brands in Japan, they started naming their emulsions to be senkou nyueki and kind of revised their skincare routine to be emulsion first. When I was coming back this last time from Japan, I was buying a perfume from jbeauty at the duty-free counter, and I actually got a sample of some of their skincare, and the lady was like, oh, at jbeauty we actually use emulsion first, like always first after cleansing. And I was like, you know what? I actually had been curious about the trend. And she's like, yeah, all of our emulsions come first. They really make a point of that being their new skincare routine standard. And I think it was quite interesting that literally one of the most popular jbeauty brands do it that way now. Yeah, is that interesting? I don't know. Why would we use emulsions first? So I did read a few different Japanese articles on why you should use a first step emulsion. The main reason that was noted was that due to dryness and skin barrier damage over time, your skin can almost harden and lose its suppleness. By applying a product first that has that oil content, it helps to replenish it instantly and also soften the skin, allowing the following products that are applied to absorb better and work harder. So who is it good for? Now, I feel like this does depend a fair bit on the actual product, but overall they do recommend it for people who do have drier skin, especially if you feel like your skincare products aren't working as well as they used to and you want to give them a bit of a boost. For oilier and acne prone skin, there is a bit of a worry that it can cause blockages in the pores or breakouts. And that's actually why I waited until it was winter to try this routine for the first time, as, you know, obviously best time to try it is when my skin is feeling extra dry, which is right now, by the way. Like, I live in Australia, so, you know, opposite seasons to most of the rest of the world. So I did want to talk about my personal experience trying this trend or routine. I did actually try it for at least 1 month steadily. So morning and night I did it for 1 month, and then I did it for like an additional month on and off because I was trying a few different skincare products during that same time. But overall I have tried it for about 2 months now, and I did use 2 products that were specifically marketed to be this first step emulsion. The main one that I was using is the kbeauty moisturizing milk. So I do believe this is the actual product that convinced me into wanting to try the first step emulsion kind of routine. On the front, it very clearly says it there, senko nyueki, to try it if you're feeling dry and really want that skin barrier support. I have mentioned this on my channel before and I really do enjoy it as a product. It is a super simple formula and all about obviously supporting that skin barrier. It is actually a sub-brand of Roto, so the same company that produces Kadarabo, Melano-CC, Skin Aqua, etc. The main ingredient that is also a part of the brand name is ceramides, and it does include 8 different types for barrier support. It also does include 5 peptides, which are going to encourage skin renewal and firmness, as well as Vaseline for moisture. Now, I did have someone question about like using Vaseline as a first step, as it is such a occlusive ingredient, which is definitely quite interesting. On their website, they actually did note, now this is like roughly translated, so forgive me if it's not like perfect, but it says they use a high pressure emulsification technology where the Vaseline ingredient is broken down into ultra fine particles, about 1/30th the size of your pores on your skin. Thanks to that, it provides a long-lasting high moisturization without feeling greasy or sticky. I guess that's like how they incorporate that Vaseline ingredient while still being a good first step product that's going to allow those other products to still absorb well. Lastly, it does also have licorice root extract, which is a common ingredient in jbeauty that helps to soothe skin but also to very gently prevent breakouts. With this one, they do just recommend to apply 2 pumps on your palms and then just apply it like normal on your face. Again, first step after cleansing is when you want to apply it. It is a very fluid texture for an emulsion, like it is runny. Oops, it's gonna go in my sleeve. So it does spread and absorb very quickly, and it definitely doesn't feel too heavy or tacky, yet it definitely does kind of replenish your skin of that dryness. It is fairly affordable and sold at most drugstores. The 130 ml bottle costing around 1,870 Japanese yen, and they do have refill pouches available that are a little bit cheaper too. The other first step emulsion I tried was the Decote Prime Latte Herbal Milk. As they are now one of the forerunners when it comes to this product concept, I wanted to try one of theirs out. I also thought it might be interesting to compare a drugstore level product with a more higher end luxury brand too. This one is about 5,300 Japanese yen for 150 ml, so about 3 times the price of the kbeauty. This one is a part of their herbal concentrate series, which is apparently good for oily skin, which I did not initially know when I was trying the product. The main kind of ingredient is this herbal oil blend, which includes a number of different oil ingredients: avocado, almond, jojoba seed, lavender, olive fruit, rosehip, sage, and apple mint leaf oils, which is supposed to help nourish skin while also helping with excessive oil production and pore care. Now with this one, they actually do recommend to apply it with a cotton pad, which initially I was like, isn't the product just going to like absorb into the cotton? But it actually works pretty well and is quite a common thing when it comes to Senko Nyueki. Like a lot of them do recommend to apply it on with a cotton. It does recommend to use 2 pumps of product and then swipe it across your skin. This one definitely has a really nice lightweight texture, even though it is an emulsion. I mean, they're both lightweight, but even compared to the Care Setter, it does seem like a little less nourishing. So again, catering to that oily skin. But I must say the fragrance is very strong. They do call it a forest floral scent, and I am usually someone who's okay with some fragrance. Like I really don't mind it in my skincare, especially if it's a scent I like. But this one, like, it's strong, and when I'm applying it on my face, like I can really smell it. I must say that was something that I'm like, I feel like a lot of people might be put off by. But again, some people might like it too. So in terms of results, I'm glad I tried it, but it is definitely not for everyone. The biggest difference I found was I felt like my skin stayed more moisturized, stayed more plump and softened throughout the day or night whenever I used it. A temporary fix to help you feel more moisturized, but overall my skin didn't fundamentally change in terms of its like quality. In that sense, I feel like more lightweight serum-like options, even the Riedel shot from VT or the Muscule Booster or Decorte's Liposome Booster, they actually made a bigger difference to my actual skin, not just in terms of its moisture retention, but also issues like skin texture as well. And again, the other booster products can be used by all skin types, even if you do have oily and acne prone, whereas the Emulsion-First might not work out too well for some skin types. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this a bit of a different video format. I just thought it was interesting to kind of highlight a trend that is popular in Japan, but not necessarily talked about outside on the kind of global scale. And please let me know if you do want any other jbeauty trend breakdowns, because I feel like that information is definitely harder to find in English. I mean, even when I was looking up this trend, there's like rarely anything in English out there. So I had to do all my research in Japanese. So if I can do that for you guys, I will. So let me know. If you do want to hang out for a little bit longer and watch some more jbeauty content from me, I selected 2 other videos for you to check out right here. And I just scratched my head, so that hurt a little bit. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Mwah. What?